All right, I'm here with my man, my brother, Mr. Aquaus, a poet, a speaker, a strategist, an organizer, a lover, in terms of a lover's ambition. Can you start by kind of just unpacking that term for me?
It definitely. So first off, Martin, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to contribute to such a lovely platform that's about building community, especially when the focus for this particular project is on just self-love, self-worth, self-reflection, self-recovery. It's very necessary. So thank you for that. A lover's ambition was a phrase that came to mind after seeing B. Cox's, Brian Michael Cox is a Grammy Award winning producer, his Instagram. On his Instagram, it said, a lover of all things that is love. And from there, just it's like God hit me in the heart and a lover's ambition to mind, just a lover's ambition. I didn't know what to do with it. I just got a Tumblr, started just sharing things that I resonated with. So we know Tumblr back in the day, 2010, reblogging stuff. That's really it. And the first definition that came to mind was the determination and will to succeed at whatever it is we love to do in life. A lover's ambition. That's simple. Whatever it is we love to do, whether it's playing basketball or being a designer or building houses, whatever it is, we can all have a lover's ambition to do that particular activity, skill, passion. So that's why it's continued to stay with me to this day.
What has your journey of self love looked like?
Creating some sense of belief and confidence in self, and then I unpack that, like, where does that come from, that sense of belief? It starts off with discovery, right? Just sometimes we have to wander, see what we like, what are we passionate about, just discover what do we resonate with, what do we like, why do we like it, what do we not like, why don't we like it, and really being in a way, this can be taken as not so good, but self-critical as well, like critiquing ourselves and saying, all right, how do I feel about this, how does this make me feel, what is my intuition telling me? So a lot of it for me is self-awareness, and one of your other pillars, as you mentioned, is self-reflection. That's a large part of it. Just like we have to tap in, I know you're just as ambitious as I am. Like, yo, when it's time to tap in, we tap in. We also have to know when to tap out. Like, for me in December, I'm learning. Last year I kind of felt this way. This year I felt this way. Like, my energy isn't as high as it usually is, within the prior 11 months. So I'm learning, wow, I think December may be my tap out month, where I'm not on social as much. I'm still learning, still thinking, but I'm not sharing as much, right? Because it's like time for me to reflect, like literally, like, the seasons, 4 seasons, bears tend to hibernate. We go in the winter. That's really how I'm feeling. We don't see the sun as much. So I'm like, let me use this moment just as an opportunity to tap out, reflect, re-energize, reinvigorate, and get prepared for the year ahead.
Why is it hard for people to really achieve self love?
I think society can be such a distraction at times, where we look at society and we just throw ourselves in the center of, oh, this person is stronger, this person looks better, this person's taller, this person has more money. And that creates confusion and complexity. And this goes back to knowing when to tap out, is understanding that this all exists, right? It all exists. However, where do we fit into this world, this universe, right? Because we don't have to be caught up into the madness, As I'm learning about myself as well, a theme for me right now is love over lust, right? On the outside, things may look so appealing, so attractive, right? We are fascinated with what we see, the images, like we're overwhelmed, literally. And I'm like, there has to be more than this, right? So a theme for me literally right now is don't feed into the flesh, love over lust. And it's challenging. We all know that's challenging, but that's just what's on my mind right now.
What's the best way universally to just get started in terms of helping oneself?
I would say just listen to ourselves, that voice inside that tends to get drowned out by, again, society, media, our families, right? There are times where our own parents, right? Our cousins, our sisters, our brothers may drown that internal message out and we can't even find it, right? So we're living, you know, according to everyone else's life that we can't even find our own message. So it's like make time to just dig and listen. You know what? Again, what resonates with us? Just listen to the universe. Create spaces where it's just silence, right? I know some people may consider themselves extroverts. Some people may consider themselves introverts. Find out why. Why do you want to be so social? Why do you feel the need to be around other people? You know, it's really unpacking our existence. I think that for me is the start. Unpack our existence. Why do we do what we do?
Why is it important to have self-love as a resource or as something that you can fall back on?
I believe that we define our own success. And after this thought I had, I literally redefined my definition of success, right? So I forget where the genesis of this came from. It's somewhere on my phone. However, I do remember that my redefinition of success is the realization of our capabilities.
Mm.
That's really it, right?
Just the realization.
The realization of our capabilities. So it's like, you know, we have to slowly realize what we are capable of. You know this better than I do. If we're on the court shooting, what are we capable of? Through practice. Oh, I know I can hit 10 in a row now. I'm capable of that. How do we take that to the next level? So we're literally redefining success. I made the JV team, redefining. I made the varsity team. So the progression of life is a constant redefinition of success through realizing what we are capable of. Like, yo, just one question at a time. Like, you didn't think you could do that? Now you can do that. Go to the next one, right? So that's kind of how I see not only the redefinition of success, but also, you know, self-love, like realizing that we are capable. Let's do it.
How did you find out that you were capable?
I have to thank my parents, of course, because they also allowed me the room and flexibility to explore, going through wanting to build and being an architect, be a construction worker, engineer, drop classes at Middlesex County College because I don't want to do that anymore, right? Audio engineering, going through my sports phase, just going through all these phases gradually and progressively helped me to learn about myself and what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy. And that's what has helped me to become the person that I am today. There are people out there suffering right now internally who know that they love to just draw, or they love to recycle, right? But for some reason, their family tells them that you can't make a living off that. Find something else, right? And the beautiful thing, I believe, about the world that we live in today is we can find a way to make a living off of what we love to do. And this ties all the way back to a lover's ambition, the will and determination to succeed at what we love to do in life. Like, that's it for me.
This is help oneself, man. I hope someone is able to hear this and take from it, and in whatever area it is that they're able to apply that lover's ambition in a genuine and passionate way. So, bro, always love, man. Really appreciate you, man.
Yo, facts, man. I appreciate it. Like, literally, because of you, you just got me in a state of flow. I wasn't expecting this to come out, but because of you, I have to thank you for creating this opportunity in this moment for magic to happen. So thank you very much, Martin.